Hi, today I'll be talking about LaToya Ruby Frazier. LaToya Ruby Frazier is an African American woman who grew up in Flint, Pennsylvania. Most of her artwork contained images about social injustice and just different social issues in her environment that she witnessed. The article LaToya Ruby Frazier, Notion of Family by Maurice Berger states, by representing the substandard living condition, hardships, and withering effects of the pollution-borne illness that have beset the three women, as well as their struggle to survive, Miss Frazier makes visible the human cost of political indifference and neglect. This brings me to my argument that LaToya uses her art to address social justice issues and gives a voice to those that are often overlooked.
Lens of LaToya Ruby Frazier, the 32-year-old winner of one of this year's MacArthur Fellowships.
I see myself as an artist and a citizen that's documenting and telling the story and building the archive of working class families facing all this change that's happening, because it has to be documented.
One of the ways that LaToya was able to document what was taking place in her hometown was by capturing images at protests. As you can see, there's a boy holding a sign that says, "Stop the violence, increase the education and peace." I believe this protest was related to police brutality. Ironically, there is a police car in the background. As you can also see, there's people protesting behind him. And overall, it just looks like a really sad and gloomy day. The name of this artwork is Flint is Family. The next artwork is Flint residents and students from Northwestern High School await the arrival of President Barack Obama. As you can see, this is also a captured image from the protests. Signs say killing with poison water is illegal too. We have been poisoned, help. This is referring to the contaminated water that has been causing negative health effects to the people within the community. I think one of the most notable things about this image is the woman with her arms around her two sons, because it brings us back to the idea of family and how the environment can contribute to different dynamics within the family. So the last image that we have is called Mr. Gym Kid. This is also a protest. He is holding a sign that says UPMC is race-based, class-based healthcare. So this is also referring to the social injustice relating to health, obviously racial bias and class bias. Behind him there is a building that is destroyed, but not just any building, a hospital, which relates to his protests, obviously. And behind him is a construction worker, ironically. Once again, this is just shedding light on what is taking place in the community and how it could possibly be making things worse in the community. In conclusion, LaToya's artwork is not merely art, but more of a political statement that brought awareness to issues in her hometown that could have easily been overlooked.